Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 25 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they... Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On play action, they'll throw. And complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. On the move to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. On the counter, Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
60 Bison. Push him back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They're going to look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Here we go. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
Ready. 57 Mike. Oh, here we go. 57.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They run over center with Mitchell.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mitchell will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it.
Ready? 19, Tiger.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Touchdown! George Kittle with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
Okay, break. Spine 56. Check. Chase, pace. Ready, go.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
54 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch the screen.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Escape. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. The 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15. Out on the field now. Here come the 49ers.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Let's go, D, let's go.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo looking to throw.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Gets this one to use check.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 56. I got it. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Garoppolo to throw. Steps away. And that will be incomplete.
Here we go. 180! Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 56 to Mike.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Gold is good,
and that will extend their lead even further. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the 49ers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.